Ladies and gentlemen, I am your favorite game show host, Olivia Manning, and welcome to Scholastic HI Q, the show where knowledge rules. Today we've got two incredible teams. On the top we've got Cisne with Corbin, Vincent, Mickey, and Esme, and on the bottom we've got Herrin with Chris, Tyler, Nolan, and Charlie. For those of you who don't know the rules, I will briefly explain them to you. I have in my hand here a series of toss-up questions that I will ask to the room. Either team can buzz in for 10 points. That team will then move on to a bonus question, which they can answer for 20 points, but if they get it wrong, the other team can buzz in and steal for 10 bonus points. There are also media questions, audio questions, lightning rounds, but we will get to all of those when we get to them. For now, the only thing you need to know is the interruption rule. If I am reading a question of any sort and you interrupt me to answer, and you get the question correct, we move on with our lives and you get your points. If you get the answer wrong, the other team gets 5 bonus points and they still get the opportunity to answer that question from you. So, if you're going to interrupt me, just make sure you do it right. Alrighty, with all of that hullabaloo out of the way, are we ready to HI Q?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that's the enthusiasm that I love in the studio today. Our first toss-up question. What holiday is celebrated by eating sufganiyat, recalls events described in 1st Maccabees, and is observed by Jews who light candles on a menorah? Vincent.
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. In October 2024, what small European country, which includes the breakaway region of Transnistria, voted in a close referendum to seek EU membership?
Moldova.
Moldova is correct. At what battle, where Redoubt No. 10 fell to Alexander Hamilton, did the Comte de Rochambeau help trap Charles Cornwallis during the Revolutionary War? Mickey.
Yorktown.
Yorktown is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What last name is shared by the photographer of Saigon Execution and a co-founder of group F-Stop 64, whose photos of Yosemite include Moon and Half Dome?
Rock.
Rock is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Thompson.
Thompson is incorrect. We were looking for Adams. Adams was that last name. Our next toss-up. What play in which a slave mentions his mother Sycorax is a Shakespeare work in which Ariel helps the sorcerer Prospero conjure the tidal storm? Is that a buzz-in? Nolan.
The Tempest.
The Tempest is correct. Your bonus question, Herrin. What man served as the head of state of Manchukuo 20 years after being deposed as the last emperor of the Qing dynasty?
Kublai Khan.
Kublai Khan is incorrect. Cisne, your chance to steal.
Puyi.
Puyi is correct. That is 10 points for the bonus round steal. Our next toss-up. What country, the site of an ancient kingdom of Moab, is formally described as a Hashemite kingdom, is east of Israel, and has its capital at Amman? Mickey.
Jordan.
Jordan is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What author wrote about a march on the Pentagon in his book The Armies of the Night, and also wrote the World War II novel The Naked and the Dead?
Hemingway.
Hemingway is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Williams.
Williams is incorrect. We were looking for Mailer, Norman Mailer. Our next toss-up. In what country did Henry Clay Jr. die fighting at the Battle of Buena Vista, which Zachary Taylor won in 1847 over... Mickey.
Mexico.
Mexico is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What British scientist, whose namesake modulus equals stress over axial strain, demonstrated the wave nature of light in a double-slit experiment?
Rutherford.
Sorry?
Rutherford.
Rutherford is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Bohr.
Bohr is incorrect. We were looking for Young, Thomas Young. That's one of those questions where I don't even understand the words as I'm reading them, so good on you guys for being here. Our first media question of the game. You will look at this television. Everyone say hello, television.
Hi, television.
Thank you. This American singer-songwriter is known for her songs based around her breakups. Mickey.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is correct. That is 10 points for answering the media question. There are no bonus media questions. It's just whatever shows up on the television. Our next toss-up. What state is home to 2024 and 2025 PWHL champion Frost, as well as a Central Division NHL team captained by Jared Spurgeon, nicknamed the Wild? Chris.
Minneapolis.
That is incorrect. Cisne? Vincent.
Minnesota.
Minnesota is correct. We were looking for the state and not the city. Your bonus question, Cisne. What six-letter word beginning with P is used for a small column or stand designed to support a vase or sculpture?
Pillar.
That is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Post.
Post is incorrect. This is actually a double answer. We were looking for either plinth or podium. Our next toss-up. What novel, which portrays a picnic at Box Hill where Miss Bates is insulted by the matchmaking title woman, was written in the 1810s by Jane Austen? Nolan.
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice is incorrect. Cisne? Esme.
Sense and Sensibility.
Sense and Sensibility is incorrect. We were looking for Emma. Emma by Jane Austen. No bonus round for that time. Our next toss-up. What devices, of which potentiometers are variable examples, are depicted as zigzag lines on circuit diagrams and oppose the flow of current? Nikki.
Resistor.
Resistors is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What banker, who was exiled in 1433 by the Albizzi family, used a voting bloc on the Signoria to become the first powerful Medici ruler of Florence? All right, Herrin, your chance to steal.
Antonio.
Antonio is incorrect. We were looking for Cosimo de' Medici. No bonus points there. In 2023, Tina Kotek took office as governor of what West Coast state, whose senators include Ron Wyden, and which Kotek leads from its capital, Salem? Mickey.
Oregon.
Oregon is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. Space weather is influenced by what flow of charged particles expelled from a certain heavenly body's corona?
Ions.
Ions is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Solar flare.
Solar flare is incorrect. We were looking for solar winds. Solar winds. No bonus points there. What text, whose Book 10 argues for the banishment of poets, is a dialogue that discusses ideal governance of a city-state and was written by Plato? Tyler.
Allegory of the Cave.
Allegory of a Cave is incorrect. Cisne, your chance to buzz in. All right, out of time. We were looking for the Republic, Plato's Republic. Our second media question. The television welcomes you once again. This American YouTuber, comedian, filmmaker, and actor is known for his raunchy humor and funny skits in the early 2010s. He plays many on-screen and animated characters and is beloved by a lot of fandoms. Name this celebrity. Corbin.
Smosh.
Smosh is incorrect. Herrin, any guesses? Charlie.
Candy Ken.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Brandon Rogers. His name is Brandon Rogers. Our next toss-up. What author depicted 17 brothers marked with a cross in his novel about the city of Macondo and the Buendia family, 100 Years of Solitude? All right, out of time for both teams. We were looking for Garcia Marquez, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Our bonus question, nope, incorrect, because none of you got it right. I was going on autopilot there. Next toss-up question. What device that contains platinum and palladium reduces harmful emissions from internal... Mickey.
Catalytic converter.
Catalytic converters is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What basic quantum mechanics equation, named for an Austrian, gives the allowed wave functions for a particle?
Planck's constant.
That is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Einstein's equation.
Einstein is incorrect. We were looking for Schrödinger equation, the Schrödinger equation. He doesn't just put cats in boxes, he also does quantum mechanics. Our next toss-up. What leader arrested critics in the anti-rightist campaign and ordered sparrows killed as part of the Great Leap Forward? Corbin.
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What strait named for an English explorer separates New Zealand's North and South Islands?
Cook.
Cook is correct. The Cook Strait, named after James Cook. Our next toss-up. What novel in which the cat Snowbell threatens the songbird Margalo was written by E.B. White about a 2-inch tall boy who looks like a mouse? Vincent.
Stuart Little.
Stuart Little is correct. Cisne, your bonus question. What king renamed the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha to the House of Windsor and ruled Great Britain during World War I?
King Edward.
King Edward is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Philip.
Philip is incorrect. All very good guesses, all very British names. We were looking for George, King George V. This next toss-up is a math question, so pencil and paper ready. What is the sum of the two fractions 1/9 plus 2/5, given that the least common multiple of 9 and 5 is 45? Tyler.
23/45.
23/45 is correct. Your bonus question, Herrin. In 2023, what ex-member of Odd Future released Dogtooth, a song he had omitted from his 2021 album Call Me If You Get Lost?
Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler, the Creator, is correct. Our next toss-up. What mountain had an apostrophe removed from its name in 1890, is close to Colorado Springs, and is named for a man, Tyler?
Denali.
Denali is incorrect. Cisne, I will repeat the question. What mountain had an apostrophe removed from its name in 1890, is close to Colorado Springs, and is named for a man with the first name Zebulon? Mickey.
Pike's Peak.
Pike's Peak is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What author, who imagined becoming a transparent eyeball in his 1836 essay Nature, gave a speech at Harvard called The American Scholar?
Longfellow.
Longfellow is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Thoreau.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Our next round is the lightning round. All right, for those of you who don't know how the lightning round works, I have now in my hand a series of topics. Each of these topics have 10 questions that a team may have to answer in a mere 60 seconds. Herrin, you get first pick of your topics. They are as follows. You get to choose one. 3-letter names, Moby Dick, I before E, and B in science.
Three-letter names, please.
3-letter names, alrighty. Identify these people with 3-letter family names. The family name alone is sufficient. Herrin, your 60 seconds begins in 3, 2, 1. Author of To Kill a Mockingbird.
Lee.
Correct. Current North Korean Supreme Leader.
Kim.
Correct. Boxer nicknamed the Louisville Lip or the Greatest.
Ollie. Correct.
Actor who played Marty McFly in Back to the Future.
Fox.
Correct. Japanese Prime Minister assassinated in 2022.
Pass.
Actor who played Monica on Friends.
Cox.
Correct. First KMT leader whose protege was Chiang Kai-shek.
Pass.
Japanese performance artist who collaborated with husband John Lennon.
Oh no.
Correct. Chinese author of The Three-Body Problem.
Pass.
Architect of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
Pass.
Japanese Prime Minister assassinated in 2022.
Pass.
First KMT leader whose protege was Chiang Kai-shek.
Han.
Incorrect. Chinese author of The Three-Body Problem.
Han.
Incorrect. We are out of time. Shinzo Abe was the Japanese Prime Minister assassinated in 2022. Sun Yat-sen is the first KMT leader. Cixin Liu is the Chinese author of The Three-Body Problem, and Maya Lin was the architect of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Cisne, your topics to choose from are, once again, Moby Dick, E before I, and B in science.
B in science.
All right. Give these science terms that begin with the letter B. Cisne, your 60 seconds begins in 3, 2, 1. Tough outer covering of a tree.
Bark.
Correct. Study of chemical reactions in living organisms.
Biology.
Incorrect. Temperature point at which a liquid becomes a vapor.
Boiling point.
Correct. Type of coral reef that runs parallel to a shore, like Australia's Great One.
Barrier.
Correct. Dinosaur whose name means thunder lizard.
Pass.
A device that measures atmospheric pressure.
Barometer.
Correct. An upward force exerted by a fluid on an object.
Bernoulli.
Incorrect. Statistics plot that shows the middle 50% of a dataset.
Bell graph.
Incorrect. A mixture of a weak acid and its conjugate base that resists pH changes.
Pass.
Element whose sulfate salt is used to visualize the GI tract.
Pass.
Dinosaur whose name means thunder lizard.
Bars Boulder.
Incorrect. A mixture of a weak acid and its conjugate base that resists pH changes. All right, we are out of time. The study of chemical reactions in living organisms is biochemistry, not merely biology. Brontosaurus is the dinosaur whose name means thunder lizard. Buoyancy is the upward force exerted by a fluid on an object. A box plot is the statistics plots that shows the middle 50% of a data set. Buffered solutions is that mixture of a weak acid and its conjugate base. And barium is the sulfate salt used to visualize the GI tract. All right, wonderful lightning round all around. But now we must go on to the toss-ups. What poet wrote about people who plunged themselves under meat trucks looking for an egg and lamented others who were destroyed by madness in Howl? Tyler.
Frost.
Frost is incorrect. Cisne, your chance to buzz in. Mickey.
Sandberg.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Ginsberg. Erwin Allen Ginsberg. No bonus question there. What physicist who names a length that is approximately the radius of a hydrogen atom names a model in which electrons have circular atomic orbits? Tyler.
Planck.
That is incorrect. Cisne? Nikki.
Bohr.
Bohr is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What wind instrument on which Link could play the Bolero of Fire, titled a 1998 Legend of Zelda video game originally released for the Nintendo 64?
Ocarina.
What is the name of the video game?
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time is correct. Our next toss-up. What position, whose holder John MacDonald resigned after the Pacific scandal, was later held by William Lyon Mackenzie King, who worked from Ottawa?
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister of what?
Canada.
Correct. Herrin, your bonus question. In what modern-day state did the discovery of gold on Lakota land lead prospectors to pour into the town of Deadwood in 1876?
California.
California is incorrect. Cisne, your chance to steal.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is incorrect. We were looking for South Dakota. South Dakota is that state. Our next toss-up. What character who dates Grungetta and has a pet worm called Slimy is a green monster who lives in a trash can on Sesame Street? Vincent.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. In August 2024, microloan pioneer Muhammad Yunus became chief advisor of what country after student protests forced Sheikh Hasina to resign?
Iran.
Iran is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal. Sorry?
Nepal.
Nepal is incorrect. We were looking for Bangladesh. Bangladesh is that country. What city, which is the setting of the novel A Confederacy of Dunces and the song The House of the Rising Sun, is the most populous city, Mickey?
New Orleans.
New Orleans is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. The town of Harper's Ferry, whose armory was raided by John Brown in 1859, is in what present-day state?
Virginia.
That is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
West Virginia.
West Virginia is correct. Present day state was what we were looking for, Cisne. Our next toss-up. What number is the probability of both A and B occurring if A and B are mutually exclusive, and is also the smallest probability value possible? Mickey.
1%.
Sorry?
1%.
1% is incorrect. Herrin, chance to buzz in. Tyler.
0.
0 is correct. Your bonus question, Herrin. What 2015 Supreme Court case extended U.S. v. Windsor to legalize same-sex marriage in all 50 states? Out of time, Herrin. Cisne, your chance to steal. All right, we were looking for Obergefell v. Hodges. That is that historic Supreme Court case. Our next toss-up. What author wrote about enigmas solved by a Babylonian philosopher in Zadig and depicted a naive student of Dr. Pangloss in his 1759 satire Candide? Mickey.
Voltaire.
Voltaire is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. There is no net movement of water when a cell is placed in what type of solution that has the same solute concentration as the cell?
Acidic.
That is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Isotonic.
Isotonic is correct. 10 points for that steal to Herrin. What Flemish artist of Portrait of a Man in a Red Turban completed the Ghent altarpiece and signed his name above a mirror in the Arnolfini portrait? Chris.
Warhol.
Warhol is incorrect. Cisne, chance to buzz in. Vincent.
Picasso.
Picasso is incorrect. We were looking for Van Eyck, Jan van Eyck. No bonus question there. What man, whose corpus of works contains On the Sacred Disease, was an ancient Greek physician who is the namesake of an oath taken by doctors? Mickey.
Hippocrates.
Hippocrates is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What Bronte sister used the pseudonym Acton Bell to publish her proto-feminist novel Agnes Grey?
Emily.
Emily is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Lucille.
Lucille is incorrect. We were looking for Anne Bronte. Our next toss-up. What organization included the rights to work and to leisure in a 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights that was adopted by its General Assembly? Nolan.
The UN.
The UN is correct. Your bonus question, Herrin. What country has had a long-standing dispute with its western neighbor, Venezuela, over the Essequibo region?
Peru.
Peru is incorrect. Cisne, your chance to steal.
Guyana.
Guyana is correct. 10 points to Cisne for that steal. What politician, who came in second in an August 2022 ranked choice vote to Mary Patola, was John McCain's running mate in 2008 and is from Alaska? Mickey.
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin is correct. Your bonus question, Cisne. What strong acid used to make fertilizers is combined with hydrochloric acid to form aqua regia?
Sulfur.
Sulfur is incorrect. Herrin, your chance to steal.
Sulfuric.
Sulfuric is incorrect. We were looking for nitric acid. Our next toss-up. What composer used subtitles like The Bringer of Jollity and The Bringer of War for movements in a suite inspired by astrology, The Planets? Chris.
Vivaldi.
Vivaldi is incorrect. Cisne, chance to buzz in. All right, we were looking for Holst, Gustav Holst. What revolutionary? Never mind. That ding dong means that we are done with today's episode of HI Q. Our winner is Cisne. Congratulations to Cisne and for Herrin. Everybody gets a big round of applause because here at Scholastic HI Q, and I have to remind you this every time, knowledge rules. Let the music play.